Hello, you have reached the Empath channel. In this video, we're going to break down the topic, disadaptive daydreaming or obsessive daydreaming. We all dreamed and immersed ourselves in our fantasy world as children, whether it was playing the role of a princess or a singer or immersing ourselves in the private lives of dolls. At such moments, we were immersed in ourselves and didn't really notice the people around us. Thinking things through is quite normal and natural for a child, but what if you are an adult? Undoubtedly, ordinary fantasies and dreams are not something scary, but on the contrary, even useful for our psyche. Some kind of temporary recharge, after which you return back to your reality and continue living, taking care of current problems and affairs. But what if we're talking about intrusive dreams?
Huh?
The main symptoms and problems of maladaptive daydreaming are intense and prolonged fantasies. A person may spend hours in daydreams that are often more appealing than reality. Fantasies can be complex, with detailed plots, characters, and worlds. In these fantasies, you can be the perfect version of yourself, getting what you desire. Or they can be characters completely created by you with their own storylines. Emotional involvement. A person can become so immersed in their fantasies that it triggers an emotional response. If something sad is happening in your world, you may start crying. If joyful, you will show all the signs of that emotional state. There may also be physical sensations. Difficulty concentrating. People with maladaptive daydreaming are often distracted by their reveries, which prevents them from concentrating on work, school, or other responsibilities. It's like an addiction that asks for a new dose of fantasy each time. So here goes. Disadaptive daydreaming is a condition in which a person becomes overly involved in their fantasies, to the point where it begins to interfere with their daily life. Unlike normal dreams, which can be useful for relaxation or planning, maladaptive reveries become intrusive and uncontrollable. These are basic and common symptoms. If they resonate with you, you may be having intrusive reveries. If you realize that your fantasies are getting in the way of your daily life and you want to fix it, you can keep watching this video. Well, in order to work with this, you need to know the causes of this condition. Let's break it down. 1. Low self-esteem and dissatisfaction with life. People in their fantasies can get all the attention, recognition, and accomplishments that are lacking in real life. Idealized fantasies can make up for the emotional aspects that depress you in reality. 2. Psychological stress and anxiety. People experiencing stress, anxiety, or depression may seek refuge in their dreams as a way to escape and hide from reality. The psyche saves you in this way from unpleasant emotions or situations. 3. Social isolation. People who often experience loneliness may compensate by creating imaginary worlds or characters that are easier to interact with than real people. To summarize, often the reason for going into fantasy is dissatisfaction with real life, fear, loneliness, low self-esteem, and even ordinary boredom or lack of activity. I also wanted to add that another reason could be habit. Yes, the above reasons may be relevant, but they are not currently in your life. But the habit of getting easy and fast dopamine creates an addiction. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that plays a key role in the brain's reward system, motivation, and pleasure. When a person is immersed in dreams, their brain may perceive this as a source of pleasure, satisfaction, or reward, which can activate dopamine production. Well, my sweet warrior, if you're ready to fight, unfortunately, there are currently no treatment protocols for intrusive reverie syndrome. But the genius of it all is simple. First, try to reduce your stress levels. Following a sleep schedule, eating a better diet, planning your day, any activity, sports, dancing, even just walking. Fresh air, spiritual development, and not neglecting communication with family and friends will help you reduce your stress level, respectively, and the desire to run away from reality. Dreaming is not unhealthy, and you should not get rid of it completely, and it is unlikely that you will. You can set aside a certain amount of time to immerse yourself in the world of your fantasies, for example, 3 times for 10 minutes a day, and then return back to real life. You can turn your fantasies into motivation to work on your real life. turned an enemy into an ally. But here it is necessary that the reverie be the closest to you and to real possible events and problems. Do not worry if you do not succeed the first time. It is normal. Unlike idealized fantasies, you live in a rather interesting world in which reality is unpredictable. Approach the difficulties with excitement and show who's the daddy. But if you realize that you can't cope on your own and need help, it is always effective and reliable to turn to a specialist, a psychologist or psychotherapist. A specialist will help you to understand the causes and triggers, give you individual guidance and help. And remember, I'm your friend, not your psychologist or therapist. And anyway, we're sitting at my place. You want tea? Coffee? Cocoa? Thanks for watching. Put a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, you can always share your experiences in the comments. Remember, what you are experiencing is normal, you are not alone, there are many of us. Empath Channel has been with you. See you soon.